Hello there, everyone. This is the Red Mystic with Cosmic Pearl channel. Welcome to my channel. I hope that you find this reading useful. I actually came up with the idea while I was doing a reading for myself, and I found it really interesting. I couldn't find anything like that out there on YouTube. So I hope that whatever you get from this is helpful in your decision. You know, right now everybody's going through a really hard time financially. At least a lot of us in the US, I mean all over the world right now, due to, you know, the pandemic and how it has economically, and I mean pretty much in all aspects of life, how much it has impacted us. And some of us thankfully have been able to keep a steady job, and have steady employment, you know, enough to have saved a little money on the side, or maybe just enough, you know, to go ahead and maybe, you know, make a stance. Maybe it's time for a new car. So, you know, let's go ahead and ask the divine what advice they have for us rewarding this huge purchase, which shouldn't be taken lightly, in all honesty. I could tell you what I did with the first car that I bought, and it wasn't very wise. I didn't know anything about interest. I didn't know anything about credit. I hardly had nothing down. So now, you know, there's a lot of tools out there for you to educate yourself regarding large purchases, you know, like cars and homes. There's a wealth of information out there. I love YouTube. YouTube is your best friend. Okay, so now done with the rant. I will put a timestamp below. Go ahead and choose a pile, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and take a moment or hit pause so you can choose your selection. Okay, let's start with pile number 1. Let's see. Should I buy a vehicle, a new vehicle? Trust. It's telling you, can you truth. I'm sorry, what did I say that? Truth, not trust, truth. But maybe, you know, trust was a reason. Can you trust yourself that this is a good decision that you're making? Be true to yourself. Are you in a financial position to be able to spend as much money as you will on a new car? Are you in a situation right now where you can see yourself being able to have funds to pay off maybe a 60-month loan on a vehicle? You know, it's about being true to yourself, about taking a moment to sit down with yourself and say, hey, does this feel right, or am I just doing this out of impulse? You know, you gotta sit down, look at your finances, look how much you're making, look at the reliability of your employment, or whatever your financial, you know, whatever it is that you make your money in, and see, okay, is this enough? Is this enough for me to go ahead and purchase this? So and if it is, if your truth is, the truth is that you can afford it without having any financial constraint to any other, you know, aspects of your life, then go for it. Let's take a look here. Education. So what I feel here, maybe we have some single moms in this pile, or just some homemakers, single fathers, single parent, you know. Maybe what spirit is telling you is that right now you should be focusing more on financing education, on financing a career that's not going to be just for a vehicle, but that might be able to, you know, put you forward put you forward in your path, you know, to stability and growth, not just for yourself, but for your family, you know, for those that depend on you, or those that will depend on you, you know, kind of saving, you know. Education is an investment, and this card is about an investment on yourself. So right now, maybe it might not be the good time to purchase a vehicle. This is telling you to focus on your education. If you're a student, if you're a college student, if you are graduating from high school, if you're in a dead-end job that you don't want to, that you're not happy in, you know, that you see no future, then instead of buying a brand new shiny car to get a satisfaction of owning it, or just, you know, you can, if you need a car, then you can find a car, you know, a cheap used car that you can use. But in the meantime, Spirit is telling you that you need to be investing in your education. Okay, thank you, Pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what you think of this. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Okay, let's go with pile number 2. Numero dos. Butterfly. Ooh. So I'm seeing here, should I purchase a new vehicle? The butterfly. I'd see that there's maybe whatever it is that you want, it might be a really nice car that you're looking into. I mean, it might be one of those cars that it's so beautiful, you know, you fall in love with it. Great design, you know, great mechanics. It looks like perfect, you know. But this card, it tells you to focus on actually on natural beauty instead of superficial beauty. It tells you, look at the beauty that you have around you. If this is something that you want to buy because of superficiality and because of, you know, superficial beauty, then maybe take a moment to look at the beauty that's already surrounding you, you know. Go outside, chill out for a second in nature, meditate, look at the flowers and everything. Sometimes when we get impulsive and we want to buy a certain purchase, I feel like a lot of times it's because we're very either stressed out, or, you know, we're unhappy with where we currently are at the moment and we want change. Sometimes that change can just be like spending more time in nature, going outside. Look at the beauty that's around you already. But let's look at the next card before we make any decisions. Let's see. Food. Okay, guys. So, some of you really enjoy eating, and I am guilty with that. I'm a total foodie. So, whether if you're gonna buy a new vehicle, you need to be aware of how much money you're spending on eating out, or on take in or take out, or groceries, or whatever it is. But this person's sitting at a restaurant and he's very happy, as you can see. Before buying a new car, I believe you need to take stock of your spending habits, especially when it comes to eating out and ordering, you know, Uber Eats, all of that will break you. So before buying a new car, it seems like you need to form a budget, and you are going to have to cut back on eating out and other expenses like that. So I think the Spirit is saying, yes, it's possible. And you can buy a new car if you want. You have the ability to do so, but you're going to have to come back on your spending a lot. And you have to be willing to recognize whether you're okay with making that change. Okay? Thank you, pile number 2. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Please leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate the time that you spent here today. Okay, and now let's go with pile number 3. Movement. Okay, guys. So, should I purchase a new vehicle? I think this is telling us that you should go forward with it. I think it's time for a certain change in your life. I think this is a good omen. Whenever I see this card, to me, it's a good moment. It's a good omen. It is possible for you to move forward with whatever decision that you are inquiring about in the moment. You know, water does have a lot to do with emotions. So if you're making this purchase, make sure that you are stable headed. I mean, that you're clear headed, that you're stable, have your emotions on check. But I think it is time for a new scenery for you. I think so. So I think Spirit is telling you, yes, it's okay for you to move ahead with purchasing a vehicle. Let's look at the second card. Winter. Okay. So winter talks about a time when it's important for you to rest. Okay? It's a time when, you know, you've been going through a tough time. You've been going through hardships. You know, you might have been experiencing lack, or maybe you have you currently lost a job or whatever. But just because you're in winter, it doesn't mean that you cannot dream of spring. It doesn't mean that you can't make plans, you know, for spring, which is just a month ahead. So maybe what Spirit is trying to tell you here, that yes, it's okay for you to buy a new vehicle, but before you buy a new vehicle, chill out for a second. Wait till spring. Whatever season it is, wait till spring, meaning waiting for a more prosperous time in your life. And it's not something that you have to wait for long. You know, it could be a couple months, at the most 3 months. But it's telling you to move forward. Also, maybe it's telling you to move forward from this mindset of lack. You know, at the same time, it could be that other people are thinking, you know, I can't buy a new car right now. You know, I have this and I have that. And what if I can't make up the payments? And what if I can't afford it? Well, sit down. Look at your budget. Look at how much money is coming in and coming out in your other expenses. You know, instead of guessing or maybe thinking that you can afford it, maybe you can. Maybe not right now at this very moment, but you will. So what Spirit is saying, yes, you can go ahead and buy that vehicle, okay? But wait at least a month on it, okay? Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and that it helped you in any sort of way with the decisions that you'll be making financially. Do take care of yourself. I send you love and peace. And YouTube is your best friend. Learn about financing. Learn about how to buy a car. Learn about, you know, all the different ways and all the fees, the extra fees that can come with buying a new car. You know, also investigate how much you're going to be paying for insurance a month for that car. Because if it's a new car, of course, the insurance payment is going to go way up than if you were buying a used car or in your current car. Okay? Okay, well, thank you. Have a good night. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.